Good evening from the Channel's newsroom in London. India has executed 4 men convicted for the gang rape and murder of a woman on a New Delhi bus in December 2012. The case outraged a nation that has one of the world's worst records for crimes against women. A total of 6 men, including one aged below 18, were convicted for luring a 23-year-old trainee physiotherapist and her male friend onto a bus before repeatedly raping her and beating both with a metal bar and dumping them on a road. The woman died of internal injuries nearly 2 weeks later in a Singapore hospital. Celebrations broke out in the victim's neighbourhood and her ancestral village after the hanging.
The 4 culprits have been hanged. This is the first time that a girl in this country who was raped has received justice. Today is March 20th, and it is dedicated to all our daughters and women. Because today Nibaya got justice and all the daughters of the country got justice. I thank everyone for this. It's great. It was good for us, women as well as the whole country. However, it shouldn't have taken this long. It should have been done earlier. They should have been hanged years ago. The judicial process should not have dragged on for this long.
A man has been sentenced to life in prison for killing 3 people and wounding 5 others on a tram in the Netherlands last year. The judge said that 38-year-old Turkish-born Gökhan Tanis had shown no remorse and was fully responsible for his actions, despite having low intelligence and a personality disorder. The attack on March the 18th, 2019 came just days after a lone gunman killed 50 people in mass shootings at 2 mosques in the city of Christchurch, New Zealand. Tanis, a resident of the Netherlands since 1993, did not know his victims, who ranged in the age between 19 to 74. 2 people have been arrested after smashing a car into an airport in Barcelona. They were reported to have shouted Islamist slogans. No explosives were found in the vehicle, which was driven into Al-Prat's Airport Terminal 1 at around 5 a.m. local time. Both men are from Albania. In August 2017, terrorists used a van to hit pedestrians in central Barcelona and carried out a follow-up attack, killing 16 people. Scuffles have broken out between Palestinian worshippers and Israeli police as crowds headed to Al-AQSA Mosque in East Jerusalem to pray, despite authorities calling for a partial lockdown to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Police in riot gear put barricades up outside Damascus Gate and other entrances to the walled Old City. This comes after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tightened a national stay-at-home policy, saying police would enforce restrictions. Union leaders representing South Korean support staff for the US military demonstrated outside of the American embassy in Seoul as a disagreement over cost-sharing threatens to relegate thousands of employees to unpaid leave next month. The long-time allies are embroiled in a dispute over how much each should pay to support the roughly 28,500 US troops stationed in South Korea, a legacy of the 1950 to 1953 Korean War. US President Donald Trump has demanded Seoul pay as much as $4 billion more every year. Unionists say the costs threaten the livelihoods of the workers.
9,000명에 대한 무급 휴직이 시작되면은 우리 한국인 직원들이 생존권이 위협을 받게 됩니다. 그리고 또한 무급 휴직이 시작되면 주한미군의 임무에는 공백이 생길 수밖에 없습니다. 주한미군의 임무가 공백이 생긴다는 것은 우리 대한민국 국가 안보와 국민의 생명에도 위협을 할 수밖에 없다는 것이 입증됩니다.
And finally, for some, social distancing over coronavirus fears is not a priority. Thousands of Australians have flocked to the world-famous Bondi Beach to socialise despite government restrictions on unnecessary gatherings. The country of 25 million people has seen 7 deaths from the flu-like virus, but its case numbers have jumped to almost 800 in recent days. But with Sydney's temperature reaching into the mid-30 degrees Celsius, many locals saw the chance to get down to the beach as one last hurrah before social restrictions increase. And that's your international news around the world in 5.